My name is Kansime Bridget Dylan. I'm 24 old. I come from Kijora Town Council in Kabarore District. I'm a youth councillor in Kijora Town Council. Same thing, I'm a teacher, senior man teacher. I'm dealing with our local leaders. I work with our local leaders, see that all children have to be on good line, or to stay in school. According to reproductive health, Uganda, okay? And I managed to start a group, Kijora Youth Group, RHU. It is registered, it is having its constitution, and the certificate is having. We started we started 12 people, but now we are 35 youth people. One of the most things is to protect ourselves against HIV/AIDS. We encourage youth to use condoms. Another thing, we encourage family planning. We encourage youth to stay in school, because even we are having some others who are schooling in the group. We encourage youth to work so that they can avoid themselves from going in bad groups. We encourage them to use time as capital, like making reusable pads, making soap, can give money instead of being to steal someone's goat and what.
I'm by the names of Mahaimana Stephen. I stay in Cherezi Ward, Kijora Town Council, Kabarore District. I work as a mechanic. Kurugira habwire kale natandikire mekitebe kino. Nkasanga bamwe aboza bunkora nabo bambali no barugira muri kine kitebe. Nibo bamwe abanteire mu muhimbo nkogu hati nanye bampa amageze gukorake go kusoborora aho nabandi. Yani nimpura kale gambe eki oba nintaha mu kitebe eki nanyegero kwerinda nkanye nalenga ugambira abagenzi bange kwerinda urabo kiraki kuhambirizo kajayo kozesa akapira kugamba utangiro nako mbiri gwawe teja kurwara obumezi bw'omuntu kala ayemanyire na kaho nabazaira abama abaina abana abatakusoma nabo nabazamu nabo nabagambera tikirunga mwana kusiba muka atagira isomero aho ko future ya nyenche teri nungu otasomeri buriyo mali kurungo bakubasomera abinga abakiro bwingi kala mu community yetu nimba ni kale nkanye kurugera hali right here right now obunkubamba hikero obwiro kero bwingi mbagamba owabo wakuma sente zeroho nibemara arabafunira akagisa ko kusoma asome nekindi abandi nimba hamagezi batajamba bintu bya kale bya basaija obe bya bakazi hakwa sometimes nibikira kuleta ibizibu sanga batwe ko mwana wabandi na cyasoma na lekisomero iyo mozo nibakuhambya acyaro sanga ne future yawe yafueraho neyo mwisiki wagita so nimbagamba ecyamana muno kwerinda hamuno kusoma.
Amabara gange ni Kabaransted ndi mukijura kahuna omulimo ogunkukora nindima nindisa nenkokeze nkulisaho ekitebe kino cy'abayusi kinyambera turwaineho twine tukukoraho kabayusi twarora twayehayo kitabayusi narwana twafanaho saluni twafanaho nabojo bafanaho ebintu ebine byokukozesa twarora ngo tukoleki twayiheyo nkitabayusi tonde tuyiheyo n'abandi abalinka abali enyuma tubayihayo twarora tweyishireyo n'abayusi abakwija abamu tukwatera kale nyawa group kwija haliho omwebembezi halwa twesire tutandike kitebe omwebembezi w'ekitebe kinu nyowe Bridget negereho nebino batwegesa nebindi ntwekora kukora pads batwegesaho tuzikozesa nk'oku turayelinda twerinda n'okozesa pads tugenda mu masomero turubata usanga omwana alyoko obundi tamanye kukozesa kali pads n'omwoleka n'omwegesa kuzikora oti oba oraba atazimanyire kuzisona nk'oku batwegeseze n'olengaho n'ogura obuntu n'omwegesa. Then ekindi batwegesaho kondomu kwerinda nkaito gamba abayusi twerinzire nakozesa kondomu genda nk'oku mu byaro nosanga abojo bali aho ebyokukozesa tebabimanyire nolengaho nk'oku okyegere kuli noija nobagambira wama kinu na kinu twine kwerinda tuti pads nizo kondomu nizo tusemereire kukoraki kukozesa atali kugenda fa tujayo ntukozesa twalengaho aboja kubamanyisa obwomezi bwabo nk'oku basemereire kukoraki kubulinda. Pads ezaitu zitukukora tuzihereza abaana batakwesobora ito nk'ekitebe ky'abayusi tugenda mu masomero kubahabura kubegesa kuberinde batafuna oburwaire bakyali bato begendesereze berinde nk'abo abantu kutwalenda bakyali baana bato baingi abampera amagezi muku ebintu eby'okukora ngondeza bagenzi bange nabo bakoleki baruge enyuma nambe bakoze ekibali ebintu ebitwakakoraho nakahaya abantu babiri gamba nosanga oli agambire n'ekizibu kyasobirwe omugamba wewe nyine saluni yange tinkugumaho ndi nyenka tiwi jobeho oyegereho tugende mu maiso ensinganto eziri aheru nizihaburaho mwegendesereze ebintu ebituri kukora n'ebintu emuri kukora tibiri birungi haliho kunywa amarwa kulya amairungi kunywa enjai ebintu nk'ebi then mwerinde oburwaire mwerinde kutwalenda mukyali bato kandi ekindi haliyo ebikozesebwa ebisobola kubayamba nkainywe ensinganto bagamba ngu twerinzire. Then ekindi musemerire kwerinda akigambe ky'abasaija mutwalenda mutakahikire mwine kulinda obwomezi bwanyu.
Amabara gange Nyotumaiso Gloria n'emyaka 28 ninduga mu Kijura Town Council ekyaro Nsorokaho na zone nyo emirimo yange yonkora emirimo yogamba nti yamana muno nyokozesa nkasoma na masina ya kana bete nagenda kosi yona ate emirimo nkora yokweyiya nkomukazi sana mbe nkubalizanye n'abaana basatu bete abaana basatu bali mwana inisi mwana wokubanza nkafunenda nkabane musenia tu na mzara nagauka na Maria senior 4 natandika kukora nagenda Kampala abo kugamba ono mukuru akatanki kusoma kanisera school fees yo kumusomesa enkwataga nese kabetaro kando mwana akatanki kusoma bela tema kali nasari nagumizamu nyonkora yasoma ikampi wano then nafuna omusajja nkaba nawo Kampala then nawe twafuna obuteekeranganiza nkaruga nyine ndayo emyezi 2 nagaruka hano muka naikara omwana nawe wakabiri namuzaara nawe still nkwatagana n'ise kaleremere nawe najja kushera omulimo okukora baitu abo abaana babiri abo bona nyenkubasomesa nyenkubesomeseza omwana omukuru saazino aine emyaka 11 ali mu P5 then owakabiri saazino aine emyaka 5 ali middle class then nyina ohundi wakasatu n'uwa muzaire akankani nkora mubare igenda akagira mubare wosana ino omwezi gumu next week baitu abo bona nyenkubeera akabona nkabazara muka tukulugamba ngo nimaka g'omusajja nangu kitongole nkakikengejere obukyarugwa kuno omwezi oguhwaire kikaija then barabyamba bakarabya n'emizindaro twaija ifo mukahanga St. Mark no batusomesize aho no nakimanyire ati nyo obucheze ijwere ngakaguza nagamba engere omwananga akyali muto nsa kukezebwa kunteka mwakati akaba bakolekwa balibene family planning zemirundi 3 akaba family planning obujuma bwali bemiringi 2 haro wabazaire abakonja n'abatakonja hala haroho obuti kama kaheta kandi kati ate buna bakagwize bangamba nikirizibwa kutandikaho bete nkenda kajigireho akusanga nkeninzo baragaruka mukahanga mubengaruke bakoleki banteke makakati ati abana bwire buno nora ito nambe twasomire kale namba yabesi twafuna mugenda sane kajyane kendera ati abana babwire buno abakutungenda mu masomero sano batito muno wakati abana bakusinga obwingi mamanya koso obujuma kandi bakegesebwa kandi usanga n'abana bamba baina n'obuti bitimba butama wensonga amenda bamalire emisomo yabo kankisa kunyamba kwanyo nayendaga muno kusoma kancho korora ona mazire kufuna that pregnant yokubanza nagakwe na masenia 4 bete nawe silo kandi kujja kudropinga senior 4 ugamba ntati aho nkalima kukiranganiza noli chantali wandotekanija kunyamba kankanya na muno kusoma kandi kanja ku baklasmate banga bagira bujuma bwirobo bosana balikorona bene mirimo yabo bakasoma barugamba obutumo obako bungo bahereza rundi obutumo message yinko bahereza mbanimba saba bagumize mbasome bamalire emisomo yabo then betentale n'ebintu bya sex saka okujja mu sex cyane mwana muto tali magoba gona just ngo kufuna mu bizibu nke binatanga tangene hanyuma yake no ya maburoi so no butuma nko bahereza obo berinde bakozese family planning method buntu babirugiro kimu babanze basoma bamalire obwire bwabo bulire
My name is Nuwe Titus. I am the chairperson of Rate Here Rate Now project in Harugongo sub-county, and I come from Chankara village.
Okay.
And I am a student at Mountains of the Moon University. In the project of Rate Here Rate Now, me and my team, we always gather in some days that we have selected. We meet and we discuss issues concerning the advocacy, and we see how we can engage other people and help the young people in our community. So this is not, it is not on a daily basis, but there are some days that we selected. Then we come together and we meet, especially like today is Saturday. After 2 weeks, then we come back and meet on another Saturday. So the issues, the SRHR issues, the gender-based issues, the teenage pregnancies, and the early marriages, and the drug abuse, which are ever rising in our community. So the way how we address these issues, like I am the chairperson, I always call them in their respective areas. When we come, we bring different issues on board. So like we go through them, and every member presents the concerned issues in their community. Then we look into them and we decide we select the most serious issue. That's what we go with. So right now, this project, before it coming in our community, the mentioned issues were very high. And then in the period since it came, because it started in around February 2022 in our area here, is when we started engaging. So when we started addressing those issues, and whenever we could file, we raise our voice to the people ahead, like the rate now the project officer. Then they give us the right feedback on how to solve issues. So therefore, these issues that I have mentioned, the gender-based violence, the SRHR challenges, have now reduced to a certain level. Because like especially in our community here, Rugongo, we were the first sub-county that is having the highest number of the teenage pregnancy in the whole district, because before 2022, rate now coming in, we were at around 28 to 30%. We as in Rugongo sub-county. But right now, the information we are getting from our health facility here at Nyantaboma, it has now reduced up to around to 23%. So we got involved in this program of Rate Now in 2021 November, when our CDO communicated to our other leaders and they delivered the information. We went at the sub-county and we were a huge number, and then we met the members, the members of Rate Now, and they told us that they need some key people who can take this service ahead, and therefore they selected 12 members, and these 12 members were forwarded to go and were forwarded by the CDO to the Rate Now office. So that's how we started, and then after that they communicated with the CDO to select 2 members to go for the training, the advocacy training, the first training. So Rate Now advocacy trainings that I received, they helped me a lot, because first of all, I wasn't in position to stand like in front of people. I tried to communicate or deliver the information, but it empowered me with that confidence. At this time, I can speak something because I have the truth about it. It also gave me the experience of defending myself and communicating the right thing. Because like previously, we could hear a lot of things, but maybe some could be the myth or false, and we could just go with them. But with the training that I received from Rate Now programs, I learned, because we were trained a lot of things, especially like when we are talking about the family planning issues. Some people had misconception about the family planning, but when we engaged in those trainings, I really received the right information. And with that training, I am now able to deliver the right information. And more so, also I gained I gained experience on how I can speak on myself, standing out and speak something. like defending my rights. When my rights are now being tortured, I now get to know that this is not the right thing that we're supposed to do. So, in standing broadly to talk with my leaders, because I was not a leader before, but with the power that I gained from right here, right now, I was able to go like at the sub-county board when they are making the budget, make sure we engage in and see how some of the programs are running, especially like the youth programs. Yes, and more so, I also engage more in the decision making, especially concerning these issues we have talked about, the teenage pregnancies, early marriage, and GBV. I engage myself in decision making because I work with those top decision makers, the gatekeepers. So we see like the civil leaders, the religious leaders will sit and see. I also show I show my side to them and my concern on some of these things. So I engage myself, not only me, but we, like as a group, we engage, because whenever there is a meeting, we like on our team, we made sure that we engage a youth leader at the sub-county who always give us the updates. Maybe if there is a meeting at the sub-county, we make sure we also go and be part of that. Yes, we get permission, we get into the meeting, so we also participate on the sub-county board. I engage the young people, those ones in school and out of school, all of them. So out of school is in community engagement, then sometimes we also have we also go in happening places, like maybe in bars, in those places that gather many people, and also sometimes in churches, worshiping places. We engage in their stories, then we finally bring in ours. Then the one that are in school, we also make school visits. Like we as a group, we make school visits. Like we have a secondary, Kichwamba Peas. We go there, we meet those young people with a consent from the admin, and also in primary schools around. Yes, because they are also grown up people is in primary school. And sometimes, like in our area, Harugongo, some of the young people start attending school when they are already old. And then you find in primary someone is already 17, is 18. So we also target the secondary and the primary schools and other institutions. So the message I would give the young people out there, first of all, they should also try to engage in meaningful youth activities that can help making them keep busy rather than neglecting themselves in things that may not build them. Yes, because some of these they could engage also in the government program that they can benefit from, such as the youth livelihood programs. They also try to engage themselves in the parish development model, such that they can put out themselves from poverty. So the issue that we pushed the district, we as a group, in most cases, we always conclude some, collect and gather some issues. Then the most prominent issues, we send them to the people above us, like the office, the right now office, to be forwarded to another level. Yes.
My name is Kahinzu Laura Eve. a teacher by profession at Nyantaboma Junior School. I come from Mukabate village and I'm 26 years old. I'm also a member of Right Here, Right Now under Halgongo sub-county. Since I'm under this project, I normally meet these people. Since I've already told you that I teach the upper classes, I normally meet these people and advise them on more especially on the health problems they face.
The young people?
Yeah, these young people we stay with at school. More especially for me, I normally tell them how they can keep clean, more especially when they are in their menstrual periods. Teach them how they can keep them clean, how to wash their knickers, their clothes, and etc. I also advise them to keep themselves against HIV/AIDS. I tell them the problems of it. I advise them and I tell them the dangers of having sex when they are still young. As you said it, that they are not young, they are old. And more especially the P7s. More especially they have, those guys in P7, they have men. And if I tell them to abstain and they feel they cannot, maybe I tell them to use condoms. I got to know this project through Mr. Titus, the CP, since I normally stay with him at school. But I never knew it before. Since I stay with him all the time, is the one who involved me. I think the project has done enough. Now our work is still ours to keep on teaching these younger ones and the people in the community. The message I have to these people and the people in the community is to keep themselves against HIV/AIDS. The people in the community, especially these ones who are taking drugs, I also advise them to stop taking drugs because they are not good on their health. Now, like these young ones, I'll continue telling them to abstain from sex. If they cannot, those ones who are sexually active, to use condoms.
My name is Agondeze Elijah, and as I already told you that I'm a proud student of Divine Mercy. I'm aged 17 and I stay in Kanyambeho village, found along Kamwenge Road. I'm a student of Divine Mercy. I heard of Right Here, Right Now the first time when they organized a debate competition, and that one was actually last year. We were invited for that debate competition, but when we reached there, we found there agents of Right Here, Right Now who had to tell us more about it, whereby first of all they told us that Right Here, Right Now is sexual reproductive health and rights. That's what they told us, and all the debates that we used to have, they were actually concerned of somebody's sexual reproduction, and that one was it was a very great opportunity for me. And in addition, that same organization, that same project members, they had to come in our school and taught students how to make pads, mostly the girls, in order to improve their sexual reproductive health. We as young people in Divine Mercy, we are facing some health issues. Like let me first begin on the side of girls, whereby some of the girls, they come from families with the low incomes. Therefore, you may find that a girl has come at school without pads, but because of Right Here, Right Now, we have been able to, those agents have been able to reach out to our school, Divine Mercy, and taught girls how to make pads. Actually, you see, that challenge was solved. Another thing that I can tell is that I see some boys who are not informed of their health, whereby some of the boys used to think that having sex, like they used to take it as a priority. But after understanding some of the effects that might come out due to having early sex, they also somehow reduced. And so we thank God, we thank Right Here, Right Now for that. And also we thank them because they taught they were able to educate most of our students about use of contraceptives, mostly to favor those ones who are sexually active. Since the first debate competition that we attended, we were sent to be agents. Therefore, in being agents, to do our work effectively, we had to begin raising different resolutions for the students to debate about. So I'm actually happy to inform you that we are doing that one in its fullness, since it is about the reproductive health of our fellow students. We normally debate like abstinence. We normally debate about abstinence, whereby we give students a topic, they should try to compare abstinence with the other sexual, like other countermeasures, contraceptives. Then we try to compare those two and we see which one is more effective for our student. And we have seen that students are actually very interested on such topics because they see it is actually their concern. So they also take it as a priority. And young people need that information. For example, they have to understand the effects of early sex. And after understanding those effects of early sex, they also have to understand measures that they can put on board in order to prevent that one. For example, you may find that some students, like we young people, we may involve in that act not knowing the effect. But if the student is informed, like you have to abstain because of this and this reason, the student will actually abstain. And that one will actually help to reduce HIV rates, and in addition, it will help to reduce early pregnancies, which we see that are still disturbing in our country, Uganda. Such a case is I try to reach out to those fellow students of mine, because it even led to some of them dropping out of school. And a story that I can give is that when I met one of my friends, my OG from primary, that girl became pregnant. Unfortunately, she was unable to continue with secondary. But I had to meet with her. I found how she was actually depressed. Like she thought that one was the end of the world. But the advice I gave her, I told her that that one wasn't the end of the world. She can still make it another time. So therefore, I believe that when she takes that advice, she's also going to become a great person. To my fellow students of Divine Mercy, I would advise them that they should abstain, because that one is the best thing that students can do. But if they cannot abstain, then they can go for contraceptives like use of condoms and other measures in order to maintain their proper reproductive health. Right? Yeah.
I'm called Kawama Prishna. I'm in Form 3B, a student at Divine Mercy Secondary School. I'm 16 years old and I stay at Ikwali Village. First and foremost, me to know here right now programs. Attended the debate competitions at Fort Poto, and when they were opening the youth corner at Boma. They launched the Wi-Fi where the youth are going to go there to get information using internet, the guidance and counseling they get there, family planning. According to me, the place was too small, and according to me, and we see that in Fort Poto have very many youth, so it cannot accommodate. Like for example, if it cannot actually accommodate like 1,000 youth, so the space is too small. Maybe they can at least expand. Yeah, the right now programs, when they came here, they launched guidance and counseling. They taught us girls to use reusable pads. Like for me, I didn't know how to make it. And according to me, I see it is very sustainable and good to use the guidance and counseling, how to use contraceptives. But the only thing that the thing that I got is abstinence is the best way to improve our health. Like even if we know use of condoms 95% and other contraceptives, but abstinence is 100% effective. Like in debates, we debate resolutions like the other alternatives, but what is most effective? We debate about that, and what are the youth are facing, and what causes the youth to go for sex, yet they are young. We also talk about those things and we find solutions. Like if they are doing this, so what is the solution? And if they have no any alternative, what is the most effective method that they can use? Another thing, like if the youth wants guidance and counseling, so where should that person go? We always hold girls meetings and boys meetings at once, maybe the whole school counseling. So they guide us education. Like even if you have a problem, because at school you have a counselor, you can go and meet the counselor for more guidance and counseling. Like if you have any problem, you go to the nurse, explain to her, she will understand. Actually, to practice abstinence, because it's the best method. Even if you are not virgin right now, but you can practice secondary abstinence. And if everything fails, maybe you go for another alternative, and that is the use of condoms, family planning, contraceptives, and many others.
My name is John Mutevezi. I'm 17. I'm a student at Divine Mercy. Of course, now I'm a student since I'm at school. And I'm proud that I'm from Bobandi village, found in Nyabusa parish, in Kabarole district. In school, I'm in senior 2, and I work as a counselor.
At school?
Yes, I do with the council, and in the council, I'm the secretary for information and publicity. Leadership is good because I'm gaining different skills that would help me in future and currently, and indeed I'm seeing the benefits of leadership. Of course, as a counselor, a class isn't to be like I work in the class generally, but from the class, I do with the council. So when I went to the council, I was given the title of Information and Publicity Secretary, where I have to collect information, connect the prefectorial body with the council body, then provide to the children, to the students, what is supposed to be provided. Then connect the voices either from the administration, from the staff, then I connect them with the students so that we can do the perfect thing. I heard about Right Here, Right Now through a competition, and that was a debate competition, whereby it was, by the time it wasn't senior 1, when I heard about RH, Right Here, Right Now. So it was a debate competition organized at Fort Portal SS, where we met different schools and discussed about different resolutions. So that's how we came to know about Right Here, Right Now. Sexual reproductive problems that are affecting. You know, at school, different people come from different backgrounds. So there are factors which are affecting most of the young students. For example, most of the people come from average backgrounds, poor backgrounds, and rich backgrounds. For example, when you look at the status for girls, it is nature that a girl must go under menstruation periods, and those are the MPs. And that girl, may find there is a background that is affecting that girl and does not have a pad. So that is one of the problems. Another thing is, it is a mental problem, and it is very common, and that is hysteria. Whereby, yes, whereby somebody may not do something without somebody, in terms of, okay, they connect sexually. So that thing is affecting most of the young students in school.
Sure.
Yes.
I didn't know.
It's also there. About that hysteria.
Yeah.
Okay, it is a mental problem. How does it come? It comes when somebody is not able to control one's feelings. You reach to an extent of saying maybe the only option or the only priority I can make is to have sex. And by that time, you know, you may not see the person. Okay, it may not be an obligation, but you may not see that person. So what you do, that means your brain is going to get stuck. Therefore, you're going to end up collapsing. Those are the results of hysteria.
They collapse even
Yes,
they
even collapse. That's hysteria.
That's it.
It could be to lack of information and other problems.
Now which other problems?
Now, like other problems, like the information has been provided, but you find that it is the problem of the youth or the problem of that student, to an extent that he or she cannot take the advice he or she is given. For example, you may have signposts talking about sexual, reproductive health rights, very many things about reproductive health, but still a student insists to do something that may cause him or her to fall into a problem. So it may not be lack of information only, but also that one. At school I haven't seen it happening, but somewhere where you live, it is happening.
You have seen it happen?
Yeah, I've seen it.
People?
Yes, among young people. People are getting married. People are giving birth at early ages. Working with the Right Here, Right Now, because it is one of the things that are involving this thing. And what we have done, it's like we have organized different debates in the school where everybody is given an opportunity to discuss the matter. We organize different resolutions whereby somebody is allowed to come and talk about this, then we provide the solution. Not only that, but working with the administration, I as the councillor, we have provided. They may not be enough, but some of the signposts are there in the school to educate these students on what to do and what is not supposed to be done. Another thing, we have encouraged them to do priority. Once you come at school, you must prioritize. What should be the priority? Have you come for academics, or you have come for another thing that may affect your academics? So that is the priority. So through advising them or through telling them about priority. So we have tried to solve the problems that they are facing. So for me, the message I give to the students of Divine Mercy and anybody outside is that I believe that as a student, once you are in school, abstinence is the best way of preventing yourself from the sexually reproductive, from the sexually transmitted diseases, from HIV, and from very many other implications that may come out, for example, early pregnancies and early marriages. So abstinence can be the best. Another thing is that making priority, of course, as we always do. When you come at school, you must prioritize what have you come to do. Another thing is that to prevent themselves from bad peer groups, because bad peer groups sometimes they may lead you to an extent or to a circumstance that you may not do that you may not be in a situation of entering in. So they should prevent themselves from bad peer groups. Another thing is that they should be decision makers. Let them allow people to tell them very many things, but it should be in their minds to make a decision. So they shouldn't allow somebody to make for them a decision that is negative. Another thing is that what I tell them is that they should be at least role models, because everywhere you're moving, somebody sees you as a role model. But however, you can be a role model to someone in terms of negativity. Now for me, the information I'm giving to them is that they should be role models of positivity, whereby somebody admires you, somebody admires what you do in terms of positivity that could lead him to a positive implication.
My name is Msimenta Monica. I'm a Form 3 student. I'm 17 years old. I study at Divine Mercy Secondary School. At school, I'm a student, I'm a counselor, I'm a secretary for Women Affairs, and I think I'm also an ambassador for Right Here, Right Now. I'm a president for Laudato Club. This is like an environment club, Laudato Club, the council. You remember, a school has different bodies, the prefectorial and the council body. Then me, I come in the council body. So the secretary for Women Affairs, to some extent, plays the same role like the head girl in a school. However, this one is in the council and prefects, but also serve for the same goal. This post can lead me to so many things, because if it is maybe in school and maybe want to go for some district competitions, I can be given that authority to go and fight and contest. And maybe in me I can say I have that passion to become a leader in future. I want to become a member of parliament, but I also want to become a journalist. We as, for example, to talk like more, remember me, maybe having that, I'm a leader. So sometimes we organize like school meetings and we share different ideas as maybe girls, because even boys have their leaders that they meet. So during that, we share our ideas and see the issues that are affecting us. For example, we find that most of the youth, they have a problem that they are sexually active. Because one, if you're sexually active, you don't concentrate in class, and this affects you. So we sit down and share, because we create even solutions. We tell them, we also share, we give ideas. Not that I'm the only person who gives the solutions. Even those people give me solutions, yeah. Yes, we find out sometimes we say that maybe let's make priority and have a dream to work on. Because when you have that, you have a dream that you want to work on, you want to go for these other things, however much they can affect you. But we say that we have to make our own dreams and see and work for them. We make plans and then. And another thing, we prioritize and make God first in everything we do. Because we know with everything, if you want to succeed in life, you need to have God. So we also share that one also. That is what helps us maybe even to overcome the challenges. And that is what we do as me, mostly the ambassador, the big boss. One of the problems the students are facing, I would most talk about the girls. As in terms of menstruation, you find some of us, we don't have the materials to use. But what we get from Right Here, Right Now, some of the time they came here and trained us how to make reusable sanitary pads. This helps us, even though you came from a background that wasn't able to support you in buying these items, you can use this for so many times and you're not affected. So that is one of the achievements we get from Right Here, Right Now. Again, another thing is because some of the students are ignorant about some other things. So when the Right Here, Right Now comes in, and because it has been doing this, not it is going to come in, but it has been doing it. They come here and guide us about so many things. You find that some of us have picked information and interest to do and to leave some other things. the proper methods they can use maybe to not to acquire sex, I mean to get HIV and maybe pregnancies. And here they tell us maybe to use condoms, they tell us to abstain, and maybe to use family planning methods. Why would I say they need this information? Is that some of the students are not able to abstain. Even if they are told the information, they have the information, but they find it impossible for them maybe to abstain. So these methods would come in to maybe protect them, because they have goals they are focusing at. They want to become so big people in future. So if they're like, they shouldn't opt for that, then they would lose. I have a proverb that I always use. It goes, the roots of education are bitter, but the fruits, they are sweet. So if the youth can also take up this proverb and maybe use it in their daily life, they understand that with education, it is true that you find some things are really difficult and sometimes you feel like you should give up, but it wouldn't be better to give up when you've not achieved what you want. So like I would maybe request them to at least persevere and become patient, not until they acquire what they want in future. And about their health, they should abstain, because abstinence is the best of all. Research has proven it, because we've been making research. I made better, we make research. So abstinence is the best solution to all these problems the youth are facing.
My name is Kasio Simon Peter, student of St. Paul's Senior Secondary School. I'm 15 years old. I come from Kampala, is my home in Kansanga. In this school I am the head boy of this institution, and one of the reasons why I'm in this institution as a head boy, it's because of the RHU. Due to the debates we have been holding, the debates, quiz, such things, they have really given me the vigor to be a head boy. Like for instance, I was one of the people who could not talk in public. I couldn't. But as I joined the RHU, the debates gave me confidence. As I'm doing the research in my debating sessions, I gain the knowledge that can even assist me in the classrooms. Really, the Reproductive Health Uganda, SRH, and right here, right now, have done a great thing, because it has really given us a chance to express ourselves, to express how we feel. It has even taught us the sexual reproductive rights, has taught us about reproductive health and more. According to the topics they have been giving us in debates, that's really enough training that I've gained from the right here, right now, reproductive health. The topic that we had in the first competition, the topic was all about, is HIV, like, what are the main causes of dropout? And that's when we brought in this thing of HIV. So the way I'm spreading that information is that when I'm at the assembly and I'm giving out a speech, I at least try to involve that abstain from sex, because sex can be the number one spread of most of the dangerous killer diseases like HIV. Can be there in the dormitory and they bring in an argument about sexual related topics, and then that's where you get the chance to come in and educate them about sexual reproductive health. It's true that HIV kills, and STIs, STDs, all of them are very dangerous. So in order to be a responsible person in future, you must keep out of this sexual intercourse channel so that you can live long. Because at the moment you acquire HIV, partly your future is destroyed. However much you may not clear that time, you may be taking the drugs, but in one way or the other, it really affects you. So in order to be an important person in future, keep out of the sexual channel, stay safe, and then in the future, you'll be the same ambassador to spread the information to your children. They say that one word to a wise in this generation that we are in is always not enough. because in this generation you are not able to understand who is wise and who is not wise. So in any circumstance that you are caught up and you have nothing to do, you can use the protective measures. Like we have use of condoms, PrEP and PEP. They can help you. If you are caught up, that's I'm trying so hard to say if you are caught up, because you should not use it as an intention because you have protective gears to go and have sex. Because in one way or the other, you may not be trained on how to use those protective gears, and they may end up causing some problems.
My name is Vira Nuria. I'm in senior 3. I'm aged 18. My mother village is Kamavali, and I'm a student here at Karangura Seed Secondary School. In my village, I'm the only girl who goes to school. Others are there for the case of their parents does not pay for them fees. Their parents have money, of course. You see, they have coffee, they do plant coffees and Irish potatoes in the mountains, but they cannot pay school fees for their children to go to school. They see no value in education. They just say it is a wastage of time and money. In our village, for them, the value in girls is only getting married. Then they bring bride price, the parents enjoy, and that's all. Even if a girl aged 12 gets married, they don't bother, they cannot go to the police. They do nothing, only waiting for the people who have taken their child to bring bread price and they eat. My parents were not educated, so they said they're not asked to also suffer like them as how they are doing. So they decided to send me out to school. I'm the third born of 8. The elder sister stopped schooling when she was in senior, after primary 7. Money was not at home, so they decided to take her for a hairdressing course. She's now operating her own salon. Then the second brother had reached senior 2. She also left school because there was no money. She decided to go for DIT. He has now completed bricklayering. I am still going because he's the one. The two are the ones now collecting for me school funds. Then I come to school together with my parents, as they are supporting also my younger sisters. For them, they see value in education, so they decided to let us know and taste the fruits of education. I got to know about Right Here, Right Now when I was senior 1, or in senior 1. They came as a group. No, Teacher Goret is the one who first introduced to us. So she promised that visitors are coming from Right Here, Right Now. So they came here when we were in senior 1. They taught us how girl children, both boys and girls, can protect themselves and keep in school. They have to avoid bad peer groups. If they are sent to school, they have to go to school, not escaping. They need to keep in school and concentrate on books. I do tell those who are still in the village who are not going to school that at least if you are in the village, sit down and work with your parents. Don't join bad peer groups like groups which go to night dances. At least keep at home and help parents, and you grow up. You get married when you are at least old. Then those in school, I tell them to concentrate on books so that we achieve and be at least like you.
Amanya gange bampita Simwe Siama. Nviridde eno Kagote. Nina emyaka 24. Nze kyenkola nganze ndi kilina ku ddwaliro baliyita Omuku. Right Here, Right Now kujiwulira nganze yansanga ewaffe eno e Kagote ne baginnyonnyola bulungi nentandika okukola nayo sikola nayo gamba nti ku ofiisi biki naye bwejja eno nga mu field nga bwezze bajja ne batuyigizaako ebintu ebimu. Batuyigiriza okukola pads. Ezo bazituyigiriza ne tuzikola era ne kati abantu abamu bazikola. Tebakyagula mu maduuka bakola ezo. Ekirala batuyigiriza okusevinga. Ffe sente zaffe twali tuzifuna ne tugenda ne tuzikozesa ebirala. Ne tuzitwala mu bbaala ne tugula engoye. Ne batuyigiriza okusevinga kati tulina ekibiina tusevinga. Kituyambye kugamba nti tetwonoona ssente. Ze twali twonoona luli kati ze tusevinga. Nanti bwe tuba tusevinga obudde bwe butuuka ssente ezo tuzijjayo. Buli omu n'agenda n'azikozesa kyayagala. Oba bizinesi kisinziira omuntu kyayagala okukola. Kisinga nnyo okutunyigiriza nga ffe aba youth. Twali tetulina olunaku ng'olwaffe lwa art clinic. Okugamba nga bwe mba nga nsize wano emyaka eyange gye nina osangako naye osangako akusiizeeko obukulu ate n'obireka n'oddayo ewaka noga sijja kugendayo kubanga mukulu amanyi biki ebyo ne tukyogerako era kati tulina olunaku olwaffe mu art clinic. Twali tulina in charge abakozi baawono bonna. Basooka ne boogera naffe ba youth ne baddamu ne boogera ne bali abakulu. Kati bwe twatuula bwe baamala okugenda ffe ne tutuula ng'abaawano. Ne tukyogerako ne tukiteeka mu nkola era kati tulina olunaku olwaffe. Ekyo kibayambyeko okugamba luli baali batya tebajja, abamu bamiisinga oludimira, abamu tubasangayo eyo gye bava. Nze ndi ppiya wano. Kati oli bankubira essimu n'angamba hello Siama ndi wala naye simanyi saagala kujja biki ebyo. Teekamu ka transport kange ne musangayo eyo ne mutwalira eddagala lye. Ekirala tumiitinga ffe ba youth ne twogerako ensonga ezimu. Oli asobola okugamba nze eddagala linkola bubi n'omugamba ko nze telinkola bubi nkola nti nanti okulaba nga nkoze eki kati erimpisa bubi. Osanga oli nga eddagala lyo teryamusiima. Kati awo tukyogerako ne tutuuka eri mu art clinic ne tugamba abasawo gundi eddagala terimukola bulungi ne bamukyusizaako eddala. Nga kuba kuchekingako cancer wano, family planning, byonna bajjako wano ne babituyigiriza engeri gy'okozesaamu condoms, family planning n'ezitwali tetumanyi kubanga nga nze ntera nnyo okozesa akayiso. Kati nali manyi ke kaliyo kokka ne bangamba waliya karingi ako ke kaweta n'akano ak'omukono then n'obweki. Nga wano osobola okujja n'osanga nga family planning gy'oyagala nga teriiko. Ate nga tolina ssente esobola ogenda mu private okukola ki okukuwa eddagala. Awo n'oddayo ewaka noga nze sirina ssente bwe biba teririiwo kansooke ngende ewaka nkole ki ninde. Ate mu kulinda ojja sanga ng'ofunye eki olubuto oba obulwadde. Ebyo BUTI ebyo by'osobola osangamu. Bw'ojja okusevinga tugaba loans naye tetusobola kuwa loan nga tolina ki business. Tusobola ozikuwa n'ogenda n'ozikozesa ebirala. Ate tetusobola kuwa ssente mb'ogenda kuteeka mu family planning eya nusu kasanvu. Tetugaba loan ya nusu kasanvu. Tuba tetujja jjuko kye tukugamba bw'oba ng'osanze wano teriiko. Nina benkola nabo ba Reproductive Health Uganda. Nkusindikayo ne bakuyamba. Nga nze kyensobola okubuulira abavubuka abaleeyo abandaba oba abampuliriza kati. Olina okwekuuma kubanga buno obulamu bwe tulimu si bwangu. Bw'oba ng'omanyi oli ku ddagala nkusaba busabi mmera bulungi eddagala lyo tolireka. N'ekirala bw'oba ng'okyasoma oli ku ssomero osoma. Gurupu embi zireke kubanga zijja kwononera future yo mu maaso. N'ekirala olina okwekuuma ove ku balenzi abakusumbuwa abo kubanga bw'onoofuna olubuto ng'okyasoma emisomo gyo ejja kufa.
By the names of Katoko Dena. I come from Kiwa Village, Mugusi Town Council. I work as a youth leader in our village, in our community, to engage young people, to give them hope. Most of the communities, mulimu abaana are dropping out of schools. They have hope, but they need someone to encourage them, to give them hope, to give them experience, to pass through in this life. So, mulimu abanyenjaga, you have to advise them. Mulimu abegadanga n'ebikazi ebikulu, you have to advise them to use a condom where if he or she wants to play sex with. Nze nganze, myaka 2021, nali waka, I'm a young mother. I have 3 kids. Nali waka, I have my friend who is called Birungi Boniface. He worked as a youth at the district there. Nankubira simu waliwo project ntaddeyo erinnya lyo ntwaye mbu I see something in you. Ngendayo ku reproductive. Ne bantraininga. That training took like 4 days. We were there at the West End View Hotel. That training, ne bampa essuubi mbu nsobola okukulembera abalala. And they succeeded in that group. From there, I joined Reproductive Right Here, Right Now project. Nali mwana muto nga nzadde nga sina ssuubi nga I don't have confident ey'okubeera mu bannange nga nfaanana bubi era nga nkimanyi oba okusinkana abantu, you have to look nice, you have to be smart, you have to get that confident okweyogerako ng'olina ekizibu where to reach. Nze nakifuna mu reproductive era n'erinnya lyange ne ligenda wala nnyo. Kati even other NGOs bamanyi ng'omuwala akola ki, asobola oyimirira ku bannange. Kati waliwo like Kana, Joy for the Children. It also works as a reproductive health. They train us okozesa kondomu, okuzibiza obulwadde, kale si kuzibiza, okubulirira abaana okwerinda, how to use the methods of avoiding AIDS. Enkyukakyuka ya community yaffe nnene nnyo 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 because nali more trained nange n'abaana ku kyalo ne bandabamu essuubi ne tuba organized. Our group is very organized and we are rich, we have money. Why? Because of being organized, tugoba mu government, tulina bye tufuna mu government like wajja youth livelihood ne tujoininga, they gave us 12 million. Tulina in the government, yes. Tulina PDM. Some we've already got the money. And we are rich, we have money, we look nice because of our ratio of Right Here, Right Now project. Every meeting that comes there at the office, they inform me. I always be there. Ndina amaanyi nsobola ate banzikirizaamu. We started era tulinawo n'ekibiina tusevinga. Twaki tu must have a youth group, safe space. It's here we sit every Saturday. Tunyumya supplying condoms in the community. Even tulina n'amanyi abamu batuyita babupiira. Abo babupiira, abo babupiira. Abo boogera ku AIDS every time. Tuba kale tusevinga naye nga ne tuteekamu ki ekyo tuwa essuubi. N'omulwadde omuwa essuubi nti asobola okuwangaala for more years. Yes. N'ateegadanga bamira eddagala era tubayinamu. Ne bwe mbawa, I give them a message. Tukyali bato, abamu twazaala nga tetulina advice nga tetulina atukwata ku mukono nga kale tetulina atuwa essuubi kati ngaffe nga bwe twayekunganya tuli group we have to give others who are not around wherever you go nosanga omwana kati oli oyinza omusanga ng'azadde nga naye talina hope era olina kuba kyakulabirako. Yes, I give them that advice to respect themselves.